grab your coffee. Here's mine. Grab your coffee, and we'll be nosy about people on the internet. So, crack on. And so I don't know about you, but whenever I'm talking to my friends, 90% of the time, I always say, "Oh, did you see this? Did you read this?" So I thought it was a good skit to kind of bring to the show. So I'm going to read you what some things I see online, and we'll react to them, and you can leave your comment around. So let's get to the first one. So, okay. Am I the arsehole for not moving out of my apartment so my brother can have it? Let's read this one. What's this one all about? I, female 23, have an older brother of 32. I moved out of my parents' house earlier than him and found a small place for myself that is really close to my job. The place is not the biggest. It's a 1-bedroom apartment, but it is enough for one person and rent is very cheap. So I'm extremely happy with it. I put a lot of work into it and made sure it's my little happy space. Recently, my brother started staying over now and then, and I don't have a problem with that. He works the night shift and my place is also closer to his job than my parents' house. The problem began when he started bringing more and more of his stuff to my place. He brought his PS4, started gaming in my living room, and is all over, just being a terribly inconsiderate guest, and tends to treat me like our mum. I brought this up with my parents, and my dad suggested that I should let my brother live there and get myself a new apartment. He said I should look for a bigger place because my brother makes less money and he could afford my place, and I could find something better. But I don't want a bigger apartment. I have no plans to have a family or partner where I would need anything more than 1 bedroom. And I've put so much work into personalising my apartment that this feels so unfair. My parents said I'd be an arsehole for both, kicking my brother out now for staying over and not giving him a place. Is that true? No. Then there's an edit with some additional information. My brother does not pay rent to me. He used to stay here for only a couple of days, but it's turned into weeks. No, you're not an arsehole. Like, what? The parents are saying give it up. Why would the parents say that? Like, he should go and find his own apartment. If he doesn't want to live at home, then go and find your own apartment. And he's older than you. Like, he's older than you. Like, he should be taking some responsibility and finding his own place. Or he should have at least, if he wanted to move in with you, even to like half the rent, he should have sat down and had conversation with you. Like, it sounds like to me he's a bit of a sponge. He's probably been mollycoddles his whole life and just takes what he wants and nobody says anything, which, yeah, no, you're not the arsehole. No, you're not the arsehole. The comments are saying not the arsehole as well. It's your place, yeah. Yeah. I say the parents don't want him at home either, and they're trying to kick him out onto her. But yeah, he should either start paying. He's old enough, you know. He's 30 fucking two. Like, cop the fuck on there, like, you know. That's crazy. So we go on to the next one. Am I the arsehole for laughing when my husband said he does 50% of the housework? Okay, let's have a read of this one. I said to my kids and husband that we need to clean the mess of the house. My husband said, well, tell me what to do. I said, no, he can see what needs to be done and just do it. Why do I have to tell him? He didn't know what I meant, so I pointed out the 2 baskets of towels. that needed to be folded. He has walked past them from the couch to the fridge at least 5 times. What did he think needed to happen with the towels? He got shitty and said that I don't think he does 50% of the work around here. That I don't think he does well. I laughed and said no. He got even more shitty and said I don't appreciate his contribution to the household. I asked what he does. He mentioned taking out the trash and scraping the dishes. For the record, I take out the trash 50% of the time, and I also do all of the cleaning, laundry, sheets, changing, pay bills, school runs, lunch making, shopping, kitty litter, animal feeding, kids' homework, kids' management, dentist therapy, school meetings, etc. He is now not talking to me, really, grow up, except to tell me not to iron his work clothes. He is ignoring me and doing nothing around the house to show me how much he does. Except nothing has changed. Literally, I've been doing what I've normally done and everything gets done, except I needed a tool to fix my teen's desk and he refused to tell me where it would be. I found it anyway. And when I got out of the shower, my 8-year-old was throwing a ball on the ceiling and marking it in front of him. I asked him why he didn't stop our son. He said, "Oh, I'm not doing my 50%. I work the night shift, so 3 mornings a week he has to make the 8-year-old some toast and tells him to get dressed in clothes I have washed, ironed and set out. I just know he will make a point of not doing that tomorrow. Once I get home, I have 15 minutes to change clothes, make the kids' lunches before I get them to school. Otherwise, they are late. Am I the arsehole for laughing at him for saying he does 50% of the housework? Should I apologise so he stops punishing me?" What did you marry? A fucking child? Fucking hell. Like, to me, he doesn't sound like he's doing anything. He's probably just going to work and pays the bill and gives you the money. Because he doesn't understand. He does not understand what goes into a house there. If he should even be taking the child to school. If you're doing nights, he should be taking the child to school so you can go to bed. Unless there's some other reason that you have to, and that's fine. That's your business. But what? Like 50%? You didn't even like. He didn't even mention. He does 2 things that you don't do, but you do. You know, if he's taking out the rubbish, he doesn't seem to do anything with the kids. Actually, I bet you can just imagine what kind of man he is. He just comes home, he works, comes home and sits down on the sofa and that's it, and watches the telly, and probably moans and gives out orders all the time. No, not the arsehole. And the comments are saying not the arsehole then. So, no. I mean, that's ridiculous. Okay. Would I be the arsehole if I took my son and his friends out for his birthday instead of my wife and stepdaughter? Let's read this one. I, 42 male, have 3 kids. A son, 12, almost 13, with my ex, who is no longer in the picture, and twin stepdaughters from my wife's previous relationship, who were 7. My son's 13th birthday is coming up next week, and he said he wants to go to the movies and asked if he could bring 2 friends along. I agreed, and we planned a day out of fun, arcade, pizza, and a movie. These were all activities that I knew my son and his friends would enjoy. When I told my wife about our plans, she suggested that we have a family outing instead and proposed a local kiddie play place that my stepdaughters appreciately love. I said that my son and his friends would be very disappointed and that he wouldn't have fun at the kiddie place. She tried to convince me that my son could still have fun because there was an arcade, 2 claw machines, a pinball table, and a small DDR machine. She also said that since he sees his friends at school every day. Family time should be prioritised over friends. What is wrong with people? Like, what? I told her that it was unfair to force my son to spend his birthday at a kiddie place instead of with his friends. She accused me of favouritism and of not loving my stepdaughters as much as my son. This hit me pretty hard because I grew up with a stepfather who neglected me in favour of his own kids, and I've been trying my hardest to be the father figure I never had. I've been sprawling down a rabbit hole of doubt about my own choices, and for the sake of my own sanity, would I be the asshole? No. Okay, she's favouritising her kids. That's what she's doing. She wants her kids to have a great time. She wants her children. It's all about her and her children. Like, he's 13. Like, for fuck's sake, he isn't going to want to go to a soft play or whatever it is. He is going to want to go and play. Like, that sounds like a great idea what you had of the whole, like, pizza, movies, and arcades. What boy isn't going to like that? What kid at that age isn't going to like that? Because her daughters won't like it. That's what that is. No. Like, no, you take if that's what you want to do and you're happy to do it, then yeah, take the kid and his friends and go there, because that would be much more fun than they're gonna have screaming kids. They don't want to be around screaming kids. It's gonna cause more problems taking, I don't know, what are they, 13-year-olds, 4 or 5 13-year-olds to a place like that who are going to be grumpy, they are not going to want to be there when they could be somewhere else. So you are going to cause more problems by taking your son there with your son and probably hurting his birthday. Like, it was not a birthday that he's going to remember it, but for the wrong reasons. You'd rather him say, I had a great birthday, I went here with my friends, we had such a laugh, etc., etc. You take him to that kiddie place and he's probably going to be annoyed as hell, and his friends might even make fun of him. No, the woman is trying to look after her own children, because when it's her own children's, when it's the girls' birthdays, what's their parties, what's their outing? Is it about interest of both children then, or is it all about the children, the girls? No, I think she's pushing her own agenda now. The comments said she's favouritism. Yeah. Yeah. You're not the arsehole, she's favouritism. Yeah. It's self-centred. Yeah. You basically the same, yeah. Everybody's sort of saying the same sort of thing, that she's favouritism them. Right, we do one more and then I'll wrap it up. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter that I'm disappointed in her? Wow. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter that I'm disappointed in her? It's been rough with my only daughter as of late. My husband and I, both 55, have one daughter, 30, female. We have been married coming up 32 years. My daughter was in a long relationship and married for approximately 9 years. And for a long time I thought it was a good relationship. But out of nowhere, around 3 years ago, she decided to divorce her ex-husband. We were told it was a mutual decision, but that ultimately he wasn't the greatest partner, and there were many things that she was not satisfied with in their relationship. So she wanted to leave. We supported her decision. About a year after the divorce, she introduced us to her new boyfriend. And while my husband and I thought it may be a bit early to date, we decided to continue to support her and meet him. He was and is a very charming man who treats our daughter wonderfully, and you can tell she is extremely happy. Now to the argument. Recently we were talking with one of our daughter's friends who was visiting our town, and we were discussing our daughter's job and her wonderful boyfriend. Her friend in the conversation made a comment about how they were lucky to be in the same orientation together when they started work. As soon as she saw our confusion on our faces, she gave us the full story, as she realised we hadn't been given it. Our daughter had told us, while her and her boyfriend worked for the same employer, they didn't meet until after the divorce. We pressed the friend for more information, and she begrudgingly told us that our daughter and her boyfriend had met during orientation at work, while our daughter was going through her marital issues. This led to them becoming closer and her filing for divorce from her ex-husband about a year later. So later that day, I asked to have a conversation with my daughter and brought up that her friend had told us she turned white as a snow, and basically confirmed her friend's story, but retrieved that there was no physical cheating. I told her that physical cheating was not the only way that you could hurt someone, and that it appeared that she had emotionally cheated on her ex-husband. He may not have been the greatest person, but it didn't excuse her actions. I told her that I was disappointed in her, and while I supported her leaving a bad marriage, that I couldn't look at her and her boyfriend the same in this new light in regards to cheating. I still love her and will treat her boyfriend with respect, but it is definitely something I have a hard time looking past. She got angry with me for not continuing to support her in her journey beyond divorce. Am I the asshole? Are you the asshole? No, I don't think you're the asshole. She's kind of lied. There's probably more to this than even the friend knows. She seems to have got very jumpy, very quick. But again, is that because in her eyes, are you like a nosy parent, kind of? But if she's looking for your approval and your support, come out and tell the truth. Yeah, it seems to be. I don't know. It's a hard one because it's kind of, yeah, it's her business, her marriage, but you don't know what's going on in the marriage. But you are right. Cheating isn't about physical. It does start sometimes before. It does start before, like it's a choice you make before. I don't know. It's an odd one, but the comments are kind of saying a bit divided, actually. Yeah, they're basically saying that she wants best of both worlds, but she's not got it. The mother's a bit interfering, but I don't think the mother's interfering. I think the mother just wanted to know the truth. To be honest, I don't know. Like they were just going on what they were told. It was the friend, like, and not really that they went pushing for the friend. It's the friend told them something, probably innocently on the friend's part, and they kind of picked it up. It's a bit of an odd one. I just think honesty there, but then we don't know. I don't know you don't know the relationship between the daughter and the parents. Like I would assume, and again assuming that probably the girl might be a bit spoiled, but and she does what she wants and she can screw everybody else. But you don't know. That might not be the case. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that there today, and just want to say thanks for watching and listening. If you liked it, please like the video, like and share and all that. And we will catch you on the next episode of